All right, good morning everyone. Happy Monday. Hopefully you had a wonderful holiday weekend. For some of you, the holiday just beginning. For people or continuing. For those of you who celebrate Hanukkah, and I know Kwanzaa is about to start, we had a fun fact about that on our newscast today that was really wonderful. So whether your holiday is ending or continuing, I hope it's been wonderful. We do have to talk about the cold weather that will continue for the next couple of nights. We're going to talk about the potential for some flurries tonight. Really, some of us already seeing some of that flurry activity. And we are going to talk about when warmer air will return to North Georgia. What I am personally most excited about, some more seasonable air will return very soon. So hang in there. I know a lot of you, if you're like me, you're walking through your house and all you're hearing is drip, drip, drip of all the faucets and the showers and all the things in your homes. I'll be ready to turn those off, and that will be sooner than we know it. So let's talk about it. Of course, as always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Let me know where you're watching from, and tell me how you've been holding up in this colder weather that we've been dealing with. A lot of people I know have had to deal with bursted pipes and just having to run your errands and all this cold. So let me know how you're holding up. Hopefully everything's been all right with this unseasonably cold air. So right now, downtown looks pretty good. Still seeing a lot of sunshine, but clouds are starting to build over Lake Lanier. And we will continue to see an increase in cloud cover today. So soak in the sunshine while it lasts. We will continue to see an increase in cloud cover as we go through the day today. Good morning, Betty. Good morning, Wesley from Ackworth. It is cold in Lawrenceville. Yes, Lawrenceville is still in the teens last time, or the low 20s last time I checked. And good morning, Sherry. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. So here's a look at your current temperatures. So in Blairsville, still in the teens at 18. A lot of us now pushing into that low 30 and upper 20 mark. So we're at 28 in Dallas, 31 in downtown Atlanta over at the airport, 29 in Covington, and 29 in Locust Grove. Here's a look at the weather system that we're watching very carefully. So this is essentially a very clipper-like system, and all you need to know about that is it's going to move very quickly and clip parts of North Georgia. And right now it does look like it's bringing some flurries, maybe even some snow activity to parts of northern Mississippi and northern Alabama, definitely through Tennessee. And for us here in North Georgia, we will have the chance for a few flurries, maybe even some accumulation in the higher elevations of the mountains. So places like Fannin County, Gilmer County, and right now seeing some flurry activity up towards the Dalton area, again in parts of Fannin County. Definitely seeing some of that light flurry activity start to happen. Now, if it's necessarily making it to the ground, can't confirm that yet, but we do have some drier air in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, so that could evaporate some of the light flurry activity. But again, the best chance to see any kind of accumulation will be in the far North Georgia mountains, especially in the higher elevations. Connie says she's ready for summer. From Winder, Luis, good morning. Good morning, Shelia, did I say that right? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sun is out in Rome for the moment. Yeah, soak it in, because that will change. It's not necessarily going to be a cloudy day, but clouds more than sun as we head into the afternoon. So let's talk about the potential for flurries, because while we missed the flurries on Christmas Day, maybe the day after Christmas, not so bad. Maybe not quite as busy, so you can actually maybe enjoy it this evening. By around 9 o'clock, we'll have the chance for a couple of those wraparound flurries from that low pressure center that is that weather system to our northwest. It's all, that activity is all kind of wrapping around an area of low pressure. What that's doing is kind of adding a little extra lift to the atmosphere, helping lift all of the moisture that's in our atmosphere that will help build cloud cover. So ultimately, we'll have enough moisture to build clouds. We'll have enough moisture for a few of those flurries to kind of spill in as that system passes by. So you have the moisture, you have the lift, you have the cold air, put that together, you get the chance for flurries. So again, while we could have a few as early as now up in far northwest Georgia, I think most of us will experience any kind of winter weather as we head towards sunset tonight. Could see flurry activity even as far south as Lamar and Jasper County. I think most of us, or the best chance will be along and north of I-20, just very scattered, not expecting any accumulation with the exception of, again, the higher elevations. For the most part, this is all just going to kind of evaporate, but you'll see the little pretty white snowflakes fall from the sky in some spots later tonight. So I know a lot of kids have off of school, so you can stay up a little bit later and maybe go out and try and catch a glimpse of some of the flurry activity later tonight. That will all clear through the overnight hours, so by 2 a.m. all that should be out of the way and skies will actually clear, so we'll see a lot of sunshine again tomorrow. A little bit of weather whiplash when it comes to the cloud cover. Good morning, Darlene from McDonough. Hello. So here's a look at kind of a general overview of what we're thinking when it comes to the flurry potential. Light accumulation possible far north Georgia, especially higher elevations. Timing between mainly 4 p.m. and 2 a.m. Could have some isolated flurries kind of float on by a little bit earlier. And then mainly along and north of I-20 is where we'll look for scattered flurries. Not expecting any accumulation in the metro, and timing will mainly be between around 8 p.m. and 2 a.m. for that, and then it all kind of clears out as we head through the overnight. Now, if you're wondering when we are going to experience some warmer air, well, it is on the way. Tomorrow will start generally below freezing in the low to mid 20s, and then we'll warm into the upper 40s. And then as we head into Wednesday, we'll have one more night below freezing with highs in the low 50s. But by Wednesday afternoon, when we're in the 50s, you can turn all those faucets off. You can bring that to an end. You won't have to drip your faucets, make your water bills any higher than they're going to be right now. And you'll be able to keep those off all the way through New Year's Eve weekend. There is no imminent cold snap on the way that is going to bring us well below freezing and bring us a hard freeze anymore. Good morning, Michael. Hello. After, again, Wednesday afternoon, you'll be able to bring those faucets to a close completely. You won't have to make them drip anymore. In the afternoons, today, tomorrow, you don't have to drip the faucets. Just make sure you do before you go to bed, just in case, because we will still go below freezing, especially north of Atlanta. So you want to just be sure that you're taking extra precaution as we've been very, very cold the past couple of days. And now that warming trend through New Year's Eve seems to be a trend even as we head into the start of 2023. We are well above average all the way through January 4th. So if you take the 10-day span of temperature data and you take the average of all of it, we are looking well above normal. And normally we can kind of look out to the west and get an idea of what's to come. That's kind of what we saw with this last cold snap. We saw very well below average temperatures out to our west. That weather system came through and everything in our atmosphere kind of flows from west to east in the upper levels where the jet stream lives. And so if you look out west, sometimes you can kind of get a picture of what we're expecting. And it doesn't look like they're going to have any kind of extreme cold snap anymore either, at least in the foreseeable future. Our models can only go so far out, but right now it looks like going past the 7-day to 10 days, even 15 days, we look warmer than normal. We don't have any kind of crazy cold snap that we had this past weekend. So if you are a huge fan of the cold, it looks like your time was last week. So as we head into the end of the week, we have another pattern change to talk about. So first we have the cold, then we get that light warm up, that slight warm up I should say, and then the rain returns. So while we'll be warmer, that's going to come with a more unsettled pattern, unfortunately. Friday we'll have a warm front lift to the north. That'll bring the chance for scattered showers Friday afternoon, and then that will continue into the weekend as we'll have a cold front move through. Again, that cold front not necessarily going to cool us down, but it will bring us some rain, especially it looks like Saturday morning. Both the GFS and the Euro are hinting at the best chance for rain morning into the early afternoon, but lingering showers into Saturday evening. So for any of your New Year's Eve plans, we did decide to first alert Saturday because a lot of you probably trying to make plans, whether it is in the afternoon with family and friends, maybe you're heading to the Georgia game this weekend, or if you have any evening plans on Saturday. We just want to let you know that it might be a little bit soggy out there, so that's why we have the first alert. Notice here is midnight, ringing in the new year. Maybe a few showers north of the city, but for the most part, most of the rain will have cleared out by then, but we're still going to give a first alert. We might adjust that if it does look like your evening plans aren't going to be impacted. If this decides to shift Friday, or this decides to shift, like it all clears out by early Saturday morning, then we might drop the first alert. But for right now, we're kind of giving you that early heads up that you might need to rearrange some plans and do something either inside, or just prepare for it to be a little bit soggy outside if you're maybe doing any party at your house and a lot of your friends hang out in your backyard or something like that. You know, the grass might still be wet if you have people hanging out in the backyard for any kind of New Year's Eve parties on Saturday night. But we will adjust as we see fit for Saturday. We're just kind of giving you an early heads up that it doesn't look dry on Saturday. As we head into Sunday, we will stay unsettled. Oh, not me. I saw a hand raised and I thought it was me. Anyway, so as we head into Sunday, we'll have a chance for a few scattered showers, but again, that front will be out of the way, but will still be warm. It's not going to bring another cold blast of air behind it. We'll actually stay pretty seasonable. So here's just kind of an overview, a snapshot of the GFS and European model on Saturday night. I did one at 11 p.m. and one at midnight unintentionally, but still within the same time frame, late Saturday night when you're ringing in the new year. GFS hinting at, again, a coverage of rain through most of the area. The Euro, a little less coverage, and the Euro's been a little more accurate and more consistent when it comes to our past few weather systems. So I'm more inclined to choose the Euro. The Euro actually did a lot better when it came to our weather event this last couple days ago. So again, if we see that the models are hinting at this is more of a Friday event or more of an early Saturday event before everyone will be heading out and about to any of their festivities Saturday afternoon and evening, we might drop the first alert. But for right now, we're just kind of giving you that early heads up that, hey, it might be a little soggy on Saturday. Good morning, Jody. Hello from Holly Springs. So here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Today we do have the first alert for that potential for flurries. We just want to let you know, of course, that's a change in the forecast to have any kind of winter precipitation. Maybe some accumulation, light accumulation in the higher elevations of the North Georgia mountains. Of course, that will impact how you travel and go out and about. If you live in places like Fannin County, up towards the LJ area, Blairsville, you just want to be careful up there if anything does stick to the ground. Otherwise, most of the flurries will just evaporate before they hit the ground, so we're not going to worry about any kind of accumulation for most of the metro. As we head into tomorrow morning, we're waking up in the low to mid 20s, so it'll be freezing tomorrow. Be sure you're keeping those pipes dripping, all your faucets dripping. We'll go into the upper 40s on Tuesday, and that kind of kicks off a nice warming trend for us. We'll be in the low 50s Wednesday. Wednesdays when you could finally, all the winterization of your house that you've done the past couple of days, you can kind of wrap all of that up, because we will be above freezing Thursday night and Thursday afternoon, and we stay above freezing. In fact, we go back in the 40s and 50s for overnight lows over the weekend. We will be unsettled though. We'll have rain chances starting Friday, and then Saturday looks to be our best coverage of rain. Again, we're going to kind of keep an eye on the timing of that, because that's obviously going to impact your New Year's Eve plans. If you have any plans in the evening, right now most of the rain looks to be morning, early afternoon, but some lingering showers at night will be possible. But as we get higher resolution models to come through, as we get closer to the day, we'll fine tune that first alert. We just kind of want to give you an early heads up that if you're making outdoor plans at night, you might want to start thinking about umbrellas, raincoats, all those kinds of things. And then as we head into Sunday, a few lingering showers possible, still staying in the mid 60s. So a warmer pattern, but a little bit more of an unsettled pattern starting to set up across North Georgia. I think the most exciting part though about this forecast is that potential for maybe some flurries as we head into the evening, mainly for those of you in the metro. Will look between around 8 p.m. and 2 a.m., so after sunset. But in the higher elevations, you could see some flurries as early as right now. We have at least some indication on radar. Now, that's really far away, so the further away you go from a radar site, that beam shoots higher up in the atmosphere, so it could be picking up on that falling higher up. It might not actually be reaching the ground, but who knows? It very well could be. We'll have to kind of look at some reports on that, but as early as this afternoon, could start to see some flurries pop up in the higher elevations of the North Georgia mountains, with the best coverage and best chance for any kind of accumulation later this afternoon into the evening hours. So we do have that first alert for some flurries. A white Christmas, a day after Christmas. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas as well, for those of you who celebrated the holiday. I am going to head out. I have a couple of things to update, but as always, please feel free to shoot me a message if you have any questions about the forecast in your area. I hope everyone stays warm today, makes it a wonderful Monday. Stay safe out there on the roads. There are still some icy patches out there. We've had a lot of pipes bursting, a couple of water main breaks across the area, so any of that extra water that's on the roads could lead to some icy patches early this morning. So just be careful as you're traveling out and about, and we will catch you guys here next time.